Hey, what's up guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toasty Bros, and today we're going to be finding out, is a $600 laptop worth it in 2020?
It's actually definitely worth it, but we'll talk more about that after a word from today's sponsor. I've ruined it.
Spoiler alert.
It's over. It's ruined. Today's video is brought to you by GVGMall, an online marketplace to gain access to some really awesome discounted game keys, and more specifically, Windows 10 licenses.
And if you're interested, use the link down below and buy the Windows 10 Pro activation using our code TB20 to get 20% off.
All you have to do to activate Windows 10 license is buy the key by using code TB20 and then throw the Windows 10 key into your Windows 10 activation on the system you wish to install it in, and boom, you have activated Windows 10 and you no longer have to look at that horrible watermark in the bottom right corner.
So thanks again to GVGMall for sponsoring this video.
Let's get right into the video, shall we? All right, guys, so today's video is a start of a new emphasis of ours. We're trying to dive into budget laptops because really, gaming laptops are getting much more affordable and you're actually getting a lot of price performance for a laptop compared to the old adage of you're just wasting your money buying a laptop and you're really getting way less performance than building a PC. Honestly, right now, you can get a laptop that's maybe like $100 more or so compared to a gaming PC and perform really close to that gaming PC. So today we're checking out this one with help from NVIDIA and Acer, so special thanks to them. They sent over this Acer Nitro 5 featuring the 1650.
So this specific model here, which we'll go over all the specs in just a minute, it comes in right at $599.99. So right now, at the exact time of making this video, we can't find it in stock anywhere, but there's 10 other variants that you can get this laptop in that range from $500 even all the way up to $600, $700, $800. So you can get it in all different shapes, forms, and sizes with different components, but the one that we're doing is $599.99.
And the main specs that this one comes with is the i5-9300H, which is a 4-core 8-threaded processor that boosts all the way up to 4.1 gigahertz, and that 1650, which is the main focus of this because we love using the 1650. Even though it's kind of hated on in the PC building community, it is a great low-power card that is literally awesome for upgrading pre-built, so we wanted to see how well does it perform in a laptop form factor. So how about we go ahead and unbox this thing and talk a little bit more about it.
So over here, we have the charging brick and the cable that goes to the charging brick. Very simple, basic, very standard. It's not like there's anything weird about it. I don't really know a good way to, this is a weird laptop opening. Right off the bat, this thing has a really nice, hefty feel to it. It's not and when I say that, I don't mean it's super heavy.
4 pounds.
Wow, 4 pounds. I said 7 or 8. All right, well, I was way off. We'll fact check that online as well. But we're gonna go with between 4 and 5 pounds. The first thing I noticed from the back is this thing has 2 massive fans over here for cooling, which is awesome because it's very important with a gaming laptop to have good cooling because a laptop is only as good as its cooling, honestly. When you have thermal throttling and whatnot, it just totally kills your performance. We have a lot of vents in the back here, nice big honeycomb vents. We have an Ethernet port on the side. We have HDMI out, we have USB Type-C, 2 USB 3s, and then we have here's the charging port. It's in a weird spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's right in the middle. Charging port, a USB 2, and a headphone jack. It looks like that's it as far as ports go. So we're not overwhelmed with ports. I mean, we're not underwhelmed and we're not overwhelmed. I would say it has just enough. So, I mean, opening this thing up, this thing is actually a really pretty laptop. Let's go ahead and just hit that power button.
Now the screen is a 1080p 60Hz screen, so you're not getting any crazy high refresh rate, but they do have upgraded models that you could get something that's high refresh rate as well. But yeah, this laptop looks really nice. 1080p is a great resolution for gaming on a laptop, especially with the 1650. And really there's not much to complain about. So what we'll probably do is go ahead and install a couple of games, do some benchmarks, and then be able to actually test some of the audio and things like that. All right, guys, so we are back and we're going to be benchmarking this laptop today in a couple of games. First up, we're going to be testing the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare. We are running at 1080p on medium settings. Again, you can see the FPS and temperatures and usage in the top left corner using MSI Afterburner, but we're going to just see exactly how this can perform. In the menu of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, there's actually some live action, so you can kind of see some performance numbers from that. But we're going to dive into a shipment match, which Jackson's about to see is absolutely insane. It's like a little tiny box, and you're going to just blow up every single second. But here we go. We're going to dive into shipment and see what kind of performance numbers we get.
Just sounds like Call of Duty to me.
So now that we're in the game right now, we're actually getting very good numbers. We're at over 90 FPS, which on a 60 hertz display is perfectly fine. Definitely have to turn the volume down a little bit. It's like really loud. But this is probably a worst case scenario for this laptop, because honestly, there's just a lot of stuff going on this map. But yeah, almost 100 plus FPS in certain situations, and being able to run around and actually kill people, you know, this is pretty impressive.
Dude, they're everywhere.
They are everywhere.
It runs pretty good though, getting like close to 100 FPS at times.
So yeah, you could higher the settings a little bit if you wanted to. We are running on like normal-ish settings, but at 1080p you really don't notice that much of a difference, and especially if you're playing in FPS, you want to get the most FPS you possibly can. Almost blew himself up with a grenade. But yeah, honestly, this is definitely more than playable, and I'm pretty impressed, and I expect the rest of the games like Fortnite and the others to perform just as well, especially on a $600 laptop. I was kind of worried the fact that there was only 8 gigs of RAM in this thing, and the fact that our RAM is at like 7.5 gigs, that there would be a bottleneck because of that, but it looks like it's handling it pretty well. One thing to note though, the i5-9500H is getting around 92, 93 degrees Celsius, which isn't abnormal for a laptop processor, especially when gaming, but it is causing that clock speed to lower and fluctuate from 3.6 to up to 4 to 3.9. It does vary here and there, so if you do get some stutters, it could be the fact that your processor is overheating a little bit in this setup. Pretty much. There you go. Boom. Ooh. Look at that. And there you go. That's Call of Duty. More than playable on this laptop. Let's go to the next game. All right, guys, the next game we are going to be testing is, of course, Fortnite, and we're running on Pro Settings 1080p, which basically means epic view distance, everything else pretty much off and low on full screen, and we are going to dive into let's just do a Team Rumble match. One thing to mention, someone did actually mention it to me, that Team Rumble actually is more demanding most of the time, because in a normal like single or duos match, you're probably going to be away from everybody most of the time, so you're not going to get as much of a frame impact, but, you know, worst case scenario, you know, just try to see what kind of performance we can get. All right, guys, we are dropping into a Fortnite right now, and this game is definitely not using nearly as much RAM as Call of Duty did, so the only 8 gigs of RAM in this system is not going to be that big of a deal with a game like Fortnite, but, you know, you could always upgrade to 16 gigs really easily in a system like this, or buy a configuration that comes with 16 gigs. As we mentioned before at the beginning of this video, there's a lot of different versions of this laptop that you could go with, but we're close to 100 FPS in Fortnite on a laptop for around $600, which is pretty impressive. It's not that far off from something that you would build for like, well, I don't know, $500 or $600. So you're maybe paying like a $100 price premium for something like this. You know, laptops have come a long way since they used to be back in the day.
Oh, dude, he knows.
He does know. Oh!
You'd have think that would have done more damage than it did.
Oh, yeah, no, I thought that would have like really killed him, but hey, there you go.
Instead, it almost killed you.
I know, I almost killed myself. I was like debating, should I do this? Yeah, what the heck. All right, guys, so now with VSync off, we're actually getting close to like 70 to 80-ish FPS, and sometimes into the hundreds, which is way over 60, which is a nice experience for Halo. We'll see if Jackson gets some headshots here. You know, he's the resident Halo pro. But yeah, though this game is definitely not super demanding, but it's become really popular, and a lot of people are going to want to play it on, well, laptops. And just to show you that the 1650 is capable of playing the Halo Master Chief Collection and all the future versions that will come with it, you know, we wanted to do this benchmark. So 60 FPS is kind of what you're looking for on a 60 hertz screen, and I think we definitely achieved that. If you guys have seen some of our other budget laptop videos we've done recently, you can kind of compare this to those and just show how far like a 1650 will take you compared to just running the integrated Vega 3 graphics. Not sure what happened there, but you know, a dedicated graphics card in 2020 with a really nice i5 at like $600, and I only expect these to get cheaper as the time goes on, makes a pretty viable option. And Acer has a really good one here that's pretty upgradable too. All right, guys, the last game we're going to be testing is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We're going to be running on the high preset using the built-in benchmark. This is kind of like worst case scenario, exactly what kind of performance you get at 1080p and something like a AAA title with a 1650. I expect this to struggle a little bit, but you should still get some pretty decent results. So let's go ahead and run this benchmark and check back in when it's done. All right, guys, now that the benchmarks are done, you can see on high settings, we got an average of 50 FPS, which is actually pretty good for Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's a very demanding game. So overall, very impressed with this laptop's performance numbers. And how about we go and wrap this video up real quick?
For it being close to $700 and a brand new laptop, that's actually a really good price, especially the fact that you have one of the newest GTX cards, you have the i5, which actually runs really amazing. You have 8 gigs of RAM, which that's really the only somewhat complaint that you could say we have is just really upgrading it, but that's not a big deal. It's easy to do. You can find all kinds of teardown videos online. RAM is super cheap right now, it's at an all-time low, so upgrading this thing could be easily done for under $30.
Now, of course, you could build the PC, and we've done that many times. That could perform better than this for the price. But this video was a showcase to show just how far a small laptop like this, something that you could take anywhere you want to go, do some content creation, do some gaming on the side, and really just do a lot of different things in a very small form factor, and show how far they've come and exactly what you can get for your money. So is this something that could replace a desktop? For some people, yeah, it could be. But do we recommend you get a desktop if you want the most possible performance? Yes, this could be something that you could add maybe in the future if you're somebody who travels a lot, you're a student, or just need a laptop that you want to be able to game on the side with. So overall, very impressed with this offering from Acer. Special thanks again to Acer and NVIDIA for helping us out with this video. And if you're interested in purchasing this laptop, link in the description down below.
Are you saying that this isn't portable?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure I could bring this to college with me just fine.
You could, but no. Get that out of here.
So we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And, well, guess what? We'll see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye.